Do you think natural hair like this, or afros, or non-relaxed hair is appropriate for corporate America? Hit me up on your comment. Comment down below and let me know your take on it. Because we've been in a heated battle about this, and I don't see what's the problem with black women wearing natural hair? Why do we have to wear wigs and weaves to corporate America to feel comfortable? We should be comfortable enough to go to work with what's coming out of our hair. I got a girlfriend who had, this is about to be about, is natural hair appropriate in corporate America? So might have to do one or two, but hopefully not. So I had a girlfriend who had an interview, and it was like short notice. And so her hair wasn't like up to par like how she wanted it, but she could wash it and do it herself, but she wanted to go to the shop. But I'm like, you don't have time for that, so just wash it and put it in the bun. And she was like, so she put a post on Facebook and was like, should she wear her hair natural, or should she do a wig? I'm like, why do a wig? If you gotta, I don't understand. Why do black women have to conform to what white, beige America, corporate America think was appropriate? This is the hair that come out of our head, curly. Most African women hair is curly, not straight. And why do we have to make it straight, wear a wig just to be presentable? So you telling me my natural hair ain't presentable to wear to work? You know, and it's crazy. And like, it was a big deal on Facebook that women was arguing back and forth. I'm like, I'm not talking, well, you know how they are. No, I don't. Because if you have to, I mean, I do, because in my position, I've always been the only one. When I've been an executive, I've always been the only one. And yes, my hair was straight because I had a perm and had fried dye laid to the side. Yes, that's what I was taught. But it's like, until I realized the perm was affecting my health, I cut that crap out. Like, whoop. If you women knew what was actually in these damn relaxers, you would stop using them, because they causing all these problems health-wise. But hey, that's your preference. I'm not knocking you. If you want to get a relaxer, if you want to get natural, that's on you. But I'm saying you should feel comfortable enough to go to work with your hair curly, with your hair in an afro. Like, why do we always have to conform to what America say is appropriate, what is beautiful, instead of knowing that we are enough? Like, I'm 46 years old and I'm having an argument with a good friend of mine about, she's scared to go to an interview with her natural hair. And I'm like, if they can't accept your hair for what it is, I wouldn't want to work for them anyway. Period. And it's just like, why do we always got to conform? They don't never conform to us. Never. We always got to conform to them. And it's just like, no, why? Why? I don't understand. Like, why do we have to do that? Why? I don't have a problem with it. I don't see why do America have a problem with us being who we are. Why do I have to put a chemical to straighten my hair just so you to think that it's appropriate? No, that's how God made me. So I can go on this for days, because I know having a relaxer affected my health, caused me to have fibroids. It affected me to actually have alopecia. A lot of problems that black women have is stems to our hair, because we putting these chemicals on our hair that if you leave this shit on your head too long, it's going to have a sore. So just imagine what it's doing internally to your body, because I got a perm a lot because I had short hair and it was laid, like I say, laid down, fried to the side, and it's not worth it. Why work for a company? Yes, they passed the Crown Act. That's all good and said and done, but they still go be what they want to be, and they still go want us to comply. But it's up to the individual to say no. Like, if it wasn't for me getting sick, I probably still would be having a perm, to be honest, because it's convenient. You know, but because you gotta learn how to train your hair. You gotta learn how to redo your hair again. It ain't like having a perm. Shoot. You gotta actually do your hair. You can't just get up and roll out of bed and be like, oh, I'm good. You gotta do your hair. And when it get wet, oh, baby, it's worse than a relaxer. When I used to have a problem, like, oh, I want my hair to get wet. Now I'm like, I don't care if it get wet. But it's going to be a straight afro. Because, like, right now, my hair looks short. My hair actually come down to my nose. Like, you know, it's the shrinkage. It's down, like, to my glasses. You know what I'm saying? It's the shrinkage. So, what's y'all opinion on this? Like, do you feel comfortable going to work with your natural hair? It's some black women that ain't never wore their hair. They always wore so in. I'm not knocking nobody. That's your preference. But how do you feel about going to work with your natural hair? And would you feel comfortable going to work with your natural hair? Or are you more comfortable going to work with your wig and your weaves? Yes, wigs and weaves are convenient, but it's also not healthy for your hair too. So don't shoot the messenger. Just listen to the message. We have to love ourselves before anybody else can love us. My daughter had to tell me that. And I knew it, but it was just like I say, we've been brainwashed for so long. Black is not beautiful. We are. Black is all different shades. We are beautiful. Also, there is another issue with natural hair. Sometimes your man don't want you to have natural hair. Your man wants you to have that straight, silky, yucky. So, brothers, how do you prefer your woman? Would you prefer your woman to be natural? Would you prefer your woman to be wigs? Would you prefer your woman just to have a relaxed hair? So, this is for the brothers. Tell me how you feel about, would you prefer your woman to have natural hair? I mean, no perm, no relaxer, no color. You can have no colors, no nothing. Like, y'all see me, I tried to do my own thing, try to dye these grays with this henna and use indigo or one of them colors, I forgot. This stuff turned orange. And now it comes out like a brownish, like a yellowish orange. Now, I actually have to put a rinse in my hair sometimes. But sometimes I'll be like, F it, I don't care. But, yeah. So fellas, how do you prefer your woman? My husband, he say it don't matter. He just didn't care for weave, but you know, I wore it every now and then. But most of the time, I wore my own hair. I wore my hair short, long. You know, I post some pictures of like different styles of how my hair was. But how do you prefer your woman? Let me know. Let a sister know.